My name is Klaus Zimmermann. I am a producer and the CEO of a company called Atlantique Productions, which is a French production company.
Are you sure this is how you want to live your life?
I'm sure.
The highlights of the Atlantique has been last year Borgia, which has been a tremendous success for us in terms of what we achieved as a challenger. It's as something new, innovative, and also in terms of audience success. And I think that this year we will bring something new to the market, which is a big cup show set in Paris with Jean Reno. The Borgias taught us that the audience still has an appetite for costume drama. I wouldn't say exclusively, but it's still very, very interesting. The other thing it has taught us was that the middle age, and especially the period we are featuring, the middle age between coming to the Renaissance, is something people are intrigued with. It has a lot of potential story-wise. The papacy, religion, brutality, intrigue, so all, I would say, passions are loose, and things which we read today in newspapers about politicians doing strange things, or even religious people, so it's something which was very common at that time.
My loyalty is not to the French, not to Milan, not to Naples, but to Rome!
So if I compare the two Borgia shows, I think they're very different from one from the other. The Showtime Borgia was really conceived for the American market and worked very well there. It's very colorful, very bright, very I think from the storytelling, very shaped for the American audience. And I think our Borgia is much more looking for the authenticity, much more edgier, much more like something like The Wire, actually. It's down and dirty, and it's actually quite interesting to see that the European audience has responded very well to our show, which it was conceived for, because they have a way to, when they talk about the past, their past, they want to see it real and not as something which is made up in cartoons. And I think that's the main difference, and it worked well for both of us in their respective territories.
We are all one family. Salute! Salute!
So I would say the state of the industry in Europe today is it's in the beginning of a big change. It's like a transplantation. Things are not working the way they used to work, and there are big opportunities, and whether those opportunities happen or not, I think it's up to us to shape that new market. I think that the drama market in Europe is shrinking, constantly shrinking in every national market. And the sort of broader international, bigger production market in Europe is something which is emerging, but it's very, very early. And it's something that at some point I think will replace American programs, which tend to be less also because they are also shrinking. In France in particular, I think the market is very fragile today because it has been always supported. Means that there were big subsidies for producing locally, and therefore they have not really been focusing on financing their shows or conceiving their shows for an audience outside of France. So today the system is collapsing because the national market is shrinking and the advertising revenues are shrinking. So there tends to be less drama produced and cheaper drama produced. So people do more easy shows and fast shooter shows. And I think that the other trend is that the French audience has very much embraced American television. There is a huge success for American shows because they are bigger, they are better, and because they are made with more means. And I think that is today something which is quite stunning, that the prime time is won by American programs. My company today and in the future will try to learn from its experience in these international series productions we're doing right now. I think that the learn curve is tremendous. We have 3 shows or 4 shows now that we produced. We have a couple of more in development with American partners on board, with European partners on board, both historical, contemporary. And I think my objective for the company would be that in a couple of years we can actually be a sort of mini studio and be able to really produce like 4 or 5 shows a year.
Can I help you?
You know you're killing the ozone layer, leaving your engine running like this?
What's your name?
No names.
The new media distribution means like online Netflix or the Google or Apple TV or whatever is coming, I think they are the big opportunity for us to take because they can be new partners for us. They are looking for content, they're looking for strong content, dragging audience through their brand to the content. And I think that if I look at Borgia, for example, on Borgia, Netflix has become our second biggest investor in the show, even though they're an online service. So without Netflix, I would be in deficit. I have to say it. So it's a very good partners for us, and I think they are willing to take more risks than the established networks. They have something to win. They have a challenge.